Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by again. Have you always wondered what your witchiness could be? What your witchiness is? Which witch path is calling you? So tonight's message are for the seers and seekers who are curious to find out and who have made it here to the cottage. So let's go. Welcome in to the Seer and Seeker Cottage, where the company hopefully is nice and the cards are nosy. Let's find out which witch path is calling you. Here are 5 cards in front of you. Each is attached to a certain classical element that carries both the physical status of matter and the different aspects of your soul. There is the element of air, fire, earth, water, and spirit, but not in this order that I just mentioned. These cards were chosen by Spirit to represent each element, and by me as well, as I felt that sometimes there was a better choice in the cards. Then there are also charms and props that may be more interesting to you. So do not try and decipher which element is in each card. This is not what we're doing here. Pick the card that draws you in, or the charm that has some sort of meaning to you. A memory, for example. The point here is to have Spirit provide you with your potential witch gift. So do not try and pick a card because you would rather be a fire witch or a water witch, for example. You may find that the card to represent the element that you want or not may not represent it, and you may be right or you may be wrong. I would go with the card or the prop that has an emotional connection for you, a spark of like a memory. These cards are very dreamy-like and chosen on purpose for this reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with each card, and we're just going to call these cards card 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll bring them up closer for you, and also their respective charm or prop as well. So this one right here is card 1. Take your time to look at it. See if there's something about it that inspires you, that brings some kind of memory. Looking for that emotional hit. Sometimes the colors will help as well. Sometimes seeing an object such as this more recently might be a sign for you and somehow a way of choosing this one. That one is connected here to this little vial of essential oil. Trying to get it to focus. Oops. Come on, focus. There we go. So it's just a vial of essential oils that I have, one particular one. That one goes with that one. This next card right here, this is card number 2. Take a look at that one. Card number 31 also, the number might be something that is of interest to you or a favorite number. a birth date. All right, and this one is connected to this feather card. Feather charm or prop. And it's a rather sad looking feather. But I did find this feather just for today. I had a different one picked out, and I actually found this right in front of me on the street while I was running some errands. So I felt like this one had to be present here at the reading, whether it's a pretty feather or not. That one is going to go with number 2. We're going to call that one the feather card, the feather choice. This is your third choice, number 39. All right, this one is connected to this angel crystal. All right, next one is a number 33. Take a look at the colors. Is there something about this? You can even look deeper past the original, the main image there, and see if something behind there calls to your memory. Those look like wine bottles to me, but it may represent something completely different to you. Number 33. We're looking at which one would call to you to try and give you an idea which witchiness role is coming up in your life, or that you are already a part of. And for the charm or the archetype or the prop, we have a cinnamon stick for this one. Come on. Okay, cinnamon stick doesn't want to focus for some reason, but it's a cinnamon stick. Smells good. Maybe the scent of cinnamon is something that is very much a favorite of yours. All right, and going on to the next one, last one, number 16, finally out of the 3s. This is a beautiful one. It's one of the few that has a color that is other than browns or the greens or the golds. Number 16, does this represent anything? Is this a certain style perhaps that you like of dress, attire? I see a dog in there. You may be a dog lover, or just anything that might appeal to you and give you an emotional connection with this one. And then this one is tied to little crystals in a little jar here. Let's see if doing that will help any. There we go. Well, there's the name. And there they are. If you have a preference of working with crystals or rock crystals, this may be an area for you. All right. These were your cards. These were your cards right here. So I'm going to pan back out again. Timestamps are located at the bottom of the description box, so feel free to make that choice and to go find your particular card reading. See you there. All right, and you chose card number 1, the Essential Oil card reading. So now I can let you know that this card right here is representing the element of water. So you are, my dear friend, a water witch. A witch that is very much connected to possible scrying, with the candle drippings into the water that will help you visualize and predict and answer questions for those that are seeking. As a water witch, you tend to be an empathic witch as well, or a dreamy type of person. You receive your gifts by psychically being sensitive. You're sensitive in all areas of your life. Sensitive in the food that you eat, the light that shines in your face, anybody touching you, health-related issues, medications that you might take, nutrition, supplements that you might take. You are sensitive to all of that. You are also highly intuitive, very creative, and very artistic-like with image awareness. Astrologically, as a water type of witch, you may be either a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Not always, but that element does go more so with that particular zodiac sign. You're also someone who's deeply altruistic. You're very receptive. You can read people's energy when you go into a room like nothing. You may be able to see aura. You may be great at analyzing dreams. And the hits that come to you, the intuitive moments that come to you, are often coming in through your dreams. They're very strong. You have a very strong subconscious, which the images, the information comes to you in your dreams. So pay attention to those. You also, excuse me, have a problem sometimes with absorbing other people's energies. And that may be an area that keeps you from moving forward if you don't know how to control that. You tend to absorb other people's energy real easily, and you're sensitive to the mood changes of people around you. You have a great connection to the moon, so moon magic may be something that is of value to you. So the water energy asks for you to be still, to meditate, so that images can come into your mind, to connect to your creativity, so your intuitive hits arise. It could be in anything. If you start doing arts and crafts, painting, writing, you may notice that those moments that you are being highly creative is when thoughts come to you, when predictions, ideas for you, the best course of path for you, when you are in those particular moments of creativity. So now that we know why you picked this card for some particular reason, and I'm hoping that you are connecting well with this reading. Let's see which keys you need to open for your witch path that you have chosen. What are the areas, the keys that need to be opened using this tarot deck over here that may give you an area, an idea of what is keeping you from moving forward, or what are the keys, what is the areas that you need to unlock, the keys that you need to unlock to be able to step into this power, into this path a lot more easily, or to begin it if you haven't even attempted to do something like water scrying. But definitely your gifts are being highly intuitive and sensitive and an empathic person. And what do you do with something like this? You know, if you have this particular gift, it could be very, very difficult. But you can also turn it around as something exciting, that you are able to read the situation of what's going on in front of you, even though people may not want to share what's going on in their life. And that could always prepare you if they're having a rough day and you meet a coworker and you can instantly feel it, and you ask them if everything's okay and they say everything's fine, fine. That is your clue, and you know you're feeling in your bones, in your gut, that everything's not fine. That's a time maybe to be a little bit either more cautious, stay away from the coworker, give that person space, be gentler with them, all in the name of protecting yourself as well throughout the process. And if that person really wants to open up and share, they would. So let's go on to this picking the keys that may unlock this potential of yours. Let's see what it says. Angels, if you can please provide some insight to those of card 1. What are keys that they need to open up in their path so that they can better improve or expand or turn on this ability? Thank you. Bear with me. I shuffle until the cards say we're done. Okay, we are done. All right, here we go. Let's see what key needs to be opened up for you. Now that one flipped over right away. We have several, but I'm going to take more than one. The first key that came out is the courage key. And to me, this is very obvious. How do you move forward? You may be afraid to move forward. You may be afraid to start this. You may feel like it's all in your head. You may feel you really don't have a gift in being able to do this at all. But it says for the courage key, courage, stand against the wind, open your doors in storms, and bravery unlocks your freedom. I'm feeling that there are aspects within your life that you are holding back, that you may be a bit afraid to move forward. You know, I see a lion right here. See if it'll come on. And the lion represents often Leo, but it represents strength and courage as well. So there's something in your life that holds you back, whether into opening up into this witchiness. Perhaps you're afraid that other people may think that you're weird. You don't have to tell anybody what you're doing. You can just do it in the privacy of your home. In the privacy of your home, tell a few select people, or don't tell anybody. There's nothing to be worried about. If you begin trying any kind of rituals with witchcraft, you just need to make sure that you are protected and you are going in with it with a prayer of making sure that the energy that is coming in is of pure intention and for your highest of good. Protect yourself with the vision of light surrounding you, and ask your angels, your guardian angels, your spirits, the divine, to make sure that the messages that come are only for the highest of good. All right, and I feel like there should be one more, because that one flipped out, but several others flipped out as well. Let me turn them around. And so I'm thinking there was more than one message for you. Come on, I'm not going to take 4 at one time. Let's go. Let's be a little bit more specific, please. Thank you. Aha, we have prophecy. The oracle key of prophecy. The unseen speaks through symbols. Mystery opens in silence. The oracle awaits your touch. So, you are being told that it's time to move on. Look for signs around you that you are open to, that the more signs you are connected to, the more signs that you see that are potentially around your life that are showing you, hey, it's time, let's get going. A lot of the information is maybe being presented to you via signs that you aren't even realizing. Like, for example, today I found that feather for this reading, and I was going to use a completely different feather, but I saw it and I paid attention to it and I grabbed it. I feel that that is something necessary that needed to be included today in this reading. So have courage to start whatever you want, to move forward in it, and also focus more on the signs. As you are a highly intuitive person, look around you and pay attention to the signs. If you're not understanding what the signs are meaning to you, you could always look that information up. It's super easy. All right, so now I'm going to do, I'm going to do a 5-card spread with questions that are going to be answered. We're going to be using the major arcana cards. This particular deck is the Mind's Eye Tarot, and I'm only using major arcana because this is an archetype. An archetyped reading regarding which type of witch you are. So I felt it necessary to have only the major arcanas, which would give us the most important information with these questions that I'm going to be asking. All right. Let's see what comes out. All right, angels, starting with the first question, what makes this type of witch your natural quality or energy that places you in this path? Oops. What makes you this type of witch? What are your natural qualities or your energy that places you on this path? Hear that, angels? What makes them have, this particular person, female or male, who is listening? What is their natural quality? Let's see what it shows. What is their natural quality as a water witch? Water witch. Scratch that. They know anyways. The Star. Okay, makes perfect sense to me. The Star, because you are a healer as well as a highly intuitive person. With the Star, you know, in another representation, and this particular deck is the Mind's Eye Tarot, with another type of tarot card of the Star, it shows a lot more of the female, the entity, pouring water into some water, pouring water into the water, balancing things, healing, hope. So it's very interesting that the Star card would come out. It's very natural that it comes out for you as the water witch that you are. And as the Star, which is a beautiful card, comes out to represent your natural gifts are in healing, being comforting to someone. With that intuitive ability that you have and your ability to be a good empathic and to read through people, you're also very insightful in knowing how far to go with someone, what kind of messages to say. If you're someone who does readings as well, you have this gift of being able to know how far you can push with something, or how open this person is that's sitting in front of you into hearing good news, bad news, difficult news. So the cards continue to represent you as a healer, someone who can provide hope to those who need it, when they need it. We're a person who can provide guidance, balance things out for someone. This comes from divine intervention. This comes from up above. You're also not someone who just says, well, all you need is love, all you need is hope. You're also someone who can also lay it out straight to your friends, your family, somebody that comes in for a reading, if you do that, to let them know that they too, although it's great to have hope for a situation, they have to step it up and make some kind of effort to achieve what it is that they want. Very, very nice, very nice. Okay, going on into the next question. What is it about your magic that's meant to help others? Well, we kind of already answered it, but let's see. What else is it about their magic that is meant to help someone? Let's see if we can get a little bit more specific. What is it? For group number 1, card number 1, the Water Witch. The Essential. This one keeps wanting to pop out, so the High Priestess. Of course, the High Priestess comes out also for you. Another one explaining about magic. You're good with your magic. The magic is there for you to provide insight to people, even when the insight is not readily available for them to see what's in front of them. You are there. The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets. So you may be someone who is also able to keep the secrets of other people as well. As a self-starter, which is what the High Priestess is, your intuition and the hidden knowledge that you have and the discretion that you have with people makes your magic very, very special. Because if you are someone that they can come to with confidence and you keep their secrets, you keep the information that they are providing to you as hidden, they will appreciate you and they will always keep coming to you because you are somebody like that who is able to keep this information. Also have no problems whatsoever letting people know that if they want something more in their life, they have to analyze what is hidden inside of them, what is holding them back so that they can move forward. All right, going on to your next question. What will make your magic unique to others? Your own personal style. What will be your own personal style? Well, you have the water scrying, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the only thing that you can do with being a water witch, very emotionally in tuned. What will your magic be unique to your own personal style? What will make you unique? The devil. How is that possible? You say, how can the devil make me unique? The devil is not all bad. And so you are someone that can go after and do this particular type of gift with a ton of passion, starting it and continuing it until you feel comfortable with it. With the Devil card, you are able to also talk to people about their sides that are in the shadow, as I was saying before, hidden. And because they trace you, because they trust you, because you are a person who is able to keep their secrets, they see you as somebody who is trustworthy. They see you as somebody who is knowledgeable. Your gift, your personal gift, is that they can trust you. Because when you talk to them about their shadows, which is what the Devil card is all about, and by the way, you are also someone who is open to looking at your own shadows within a situation and how your own life may need reflection of things within your shadows that comes out a lot. You are open to healing, and you are open to finding out more information for your own self as well. Therefore, you don't have any problem talking to people and letting them know the hardcore truth, what keeps them bound, what makes them happy, what makes them passionate, what are their indulgences, and possible, yes, vices that they need to move away from. What emotional states are they connected to with some people that may not be healthy, and also mental health. See, your magic, your special gift is, with this particular card, is to tell people the whole, cold, hard truth. And they will listen to you because you have that ability to tell them in a gentle, loving, and intuitive, soft sort of manner. This comes from your own passion that you have within and from what you have learned through your own journey as well. All right, so now we're going to look at the last card. No, hold on. There's one more question that I have for you, that I have for the angels for you. What are the tools that you need to use? Or what support system should you be working with, such as deities? What tools, such as water scrying, crystals? Thank you. Strength. Connect with deities that are strong in nature. There's all sorts of deities that you can work with. And they all have their special archetype, their special support systems that they can provide for you. Look for a deity if you wish to. You don't have to. But one that provides, that works with healing, protection and healing. A strong deity, a strong goddess, such as Hecate, who is the goddess of magic, or Isis, who is the goddess of magic, healing, nature. Those deities that are strong, maybe even warlike, to provide you with the courage that up here came out in the very beginning as a potential area that you need work on. See, we have now 2 courage cards or strength cards. And then we also have here, where did I see it? I saw the lion here. Yes, the lion here, and the strength card comes out twice. So there's something about having courage, strength to move on, to start this, to go further. Something is holding you back, which shouldn't. So working sometimes with a deity that is of strength and war and persistence, and you can Google which particular deity would be there for. I mentioned a couple. And lighting a candle, simple thing is lighting a candle and asking that particular goddess or deity to give you the strength to move on, to do the things that you would like to do, but you can't. That's all that you may need. Okay, so now I am going to do the very last card for you, and this card right here is going to tell me what areas you need to evolve in to better master your craft. Well, we know it's strength, connecting with somebody. So strength, if we get strength again or something that is suggestive of strength, we have triple confirmation here. So let's see what this card shows. What areas do they need to work on, angels, to better master their craft, their gift? The water group, please. The water group. The water witch group. Thank you. And we have sacrifice and reclaim your strength. Here we go again. Okay. 3 confirmations of strength. Your strength is needed to pull back your power and gain perspective of the situation. You have gone through an emotional sacrifice for too long. It's time to claim, balance, and nurture yourself by standing in your power. Okay, 3 cards discussing strength needed. And this one is actually nice because it pinpoints a little bit more of the area. There's emotional lacking that you are that you need to let go of in order to move forward. Repeating it again, your strength is needed to pull back your power and gain perspective of the situation. You have gone through emotional sacrifices for too long. It's time to claim, balance, and nurture yourself by standing in your power. There you go. There you have it. That is what it is explaining for you to do, my dear friend. All right. Now we are going to do the very last part, which is a spell card for you. What spell would be appropriate for you to use? And this is actually very simple spells that you can do. I'm curious to see what spell for someone who is lacking courage into moving more into their witchiness, or just moving into fixing certain parts of their lives, and they're lacking the strength to do it. Let's see. If you enjoyed this reading, please, I would love you to please subscribe. Subscription is so important because, believe it or not, the algorithm of YouTube, if the more subscribers you have, the more it pushes out to other people. And so all I really want is messages to go out to other people. I don't sell anything on my channel. I just would like more messages to go out for more people. Give me a like and put a little emoji if you don't like to write on my comments, or give me some insight as to if you like this reading or not, or what did you like about it? Did it connect with you, my friends? All right, let's go. What is the spell for the water witch group, please? Let's go, please. Get ready already, cards. Come on. One more. All right. What is your spell, my friend? What is your spell? Nope, too many. What is your spell? Come on. I don't need 4 spells. Give me your spell, please, for this reader. I mean, this listener here, this querent who is listening right now for their particular need. The Book of Shadows is the spell that you need to focus on, or maybe it is simply telling you to open up a book and start putting some information in there. Remember the dreams that come to you, the dreamy state that comes to you, the messages that comes to you when you are dreaming. Pull out a book and see what it is that it is telling you. But I want to read from the book to see what more information we can get from the Book of Shadows. Page 78. The Book of Shadows. Have you started a spell book? Embrace the powerful clarity that writing down your magical notes, rituals, and recipes can give you. The magic of the card. There is an invaluable power in your Book of Shadows. Not only does it serve to record your spells, your recipes, and rituals, it also acts as a diary that keeps every little detail that can easily be forgotten over time. That's what I was saying. Write down your dreams when you wake up. When you document successful spells or past press plants and photos and memories, aids in the pages, you can deepen your magical practice in a powerful, personal way. Your spell book becomes your own little archive that helps you identify certain ingredients more quickly or perform spells more precisely. Each Book of Shadows is unique, an expression of the individual's witch journey and the unique connection to divine source. With each new entry, the book's power and magic are strengthened, initiating you deeper into your secrets of the universe. So the way to do it, it says to find a book with blank pages that you like and use it to record your findings. It can be, doesn't have to be a big, beautiful bound notebook. It can be a simple ring binder. You can just organize your thoughts, your spells that you have done that have worked well for you, your dreams. Keep it in a safe place. And last information to you is, may this Book of Shadows illuminate my magic path, strengthen my thoughts, and guide my spiritual journey with wisdom and power. That is the incantation that they suggest that you do, but you can put in whatever you like. And not necessarily a spell in your case, but advice from Spirit as to what would be something essential for you, important for you, to strengthen your gift, your power, to better connect with it. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. And I will see you at your next reading. I think the next reading that I do, or rather it's not going to be a reading. What I'm going to do, I think, is do a little bit of teaching. I'm going to do a little bit of teaching about tarot, some tarot cards. I feel that that is the next thing that I will do, or I might do some spell ideas that might be of interest to you. So I'll see you at that time. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye for now. Hello and welcome back to your reading. This is number 2, and now we can officially say that the element that goes with number 2 is the air witch. The air witch, which is also the tarot reading witch, connected to the feather. Why? Because feather represents air, with the birds flying over, the air under their wings, etc. So you may have guessed this one correctly, but yeah, the air witch. What is an air witch so connected to? And you're basically connected to very easily being able to read symbols and find hidden messages and being able to communicate well with spirit. Looking at symbol awareness. You're very good at mirror work, deciphering the hidden messages, using both your intellect and your intuition as well. See, there's many types of tarot readers. There are many archetypes. But for this particular one for you, we are focusing more on the elements that are most drawn to you. You will enjoy doing readings that can find patterns using numbers, sequencing colors, using charms with cards as well. All of this to make sense to you that the energy in the wind needs to make sense to you. The energy of what you are reading when you do tarot work has to make sense to you. Yes, intuition will be highly important for you. But you rely on the patterns as well within the reading. And if the reading is not making sense to you, you stop. You just cannot offer, well, for lack of a better word, junk to your querent, to the person who's listening to you. It has to make sense to you. So as a gift, as being an air witch, the tarot reader, your particular style of being a tarot reader is, of course, using your intuition, but looking at a card and finding what is hidden in that card, looking past what the meaning is from a guidebook and figuring out what spirit is trying to tell you at that moment, what your intuition, your gut, to be a better tarot reader for that person. You have that uncanny ability to be able to look at a card and know what it's about, but then you're going to go, oh, well, look at that particular little shoe in the background. That shoe is telling me such and such a thing. If you don't have that ability yet, you will develop it because it is part of who you are, your intuitive side, to be able to look at all the colors, the elements, the numbers behind a card to get a better sense for you that is making sense for your reader. Because if it's not, you are not happy. So your witchy gift is to be a tarot reader, not just any kind, but to use mostly be more of an intuitive tarot type reader. All right, so now let's take a look and see what the cards that are related to keys you will need to open up to connect with your witchcraft, your witch gift, and how to best connect to this path that you are walking into. So let's take a look at the Oracle key cards. All right, angels, guardian angels and spirit guides for number 2, group number 2, the air witch group, whichever way, the feather group, whichever way you guys up there are looking at this. Can you please tell me what is the key element within their path that they need to focus on to make them a better tarot reader, or to even become and start the process of being a tarot reader? I sure hope you are enjoying your reading so far. Please don't forget to subscribe for me, as the algorithm of YouTube, the more subscribers you have, the more they push out the videos. And my whole goal here is simply to connect to other people. That's it. I'm not selling anything here. I'm doing this for my creativity, my practice, and to connect with more people. That is all, my friends. If you really liked it, give it a like. If you want to make a comment, even better. I'd love to be able to get to know you. All right, here we go. Here is your key oracle. You will notice that the cards that come out for me while I do my shuffling, this is the way that I pull the cards. Either they come out like that or they pop out. That is how I choose my cards. So there are two that wanted to come out, just like the previous reading that I just did, number 1. Okay, we have the Sage's Key and the Diamond Key. All right. The Sage's Key says, discernment. Wisdom guides choice. Experience unlocks the truth. Insight guards the way. This, my dear, is the Hermit card. I am seeing a lot of the Hermit card vibe in this particular key. What makes you, or what will make you a better type of tarot reader is to develop a time alone where you can get into your own self, to be able to find your niche, your style. The only way to do this is to calm your mind and to do a little bit of meditation, or to get into any type of creative type of project that you're doing. Oftentimes when we switch our brains from, you know, our daily intellect and issues and problems, and we switch it into something that's much more comfortable and soothing, such as doing some kind of artwork, art project, creative project, it opens us up to ideas that come in intuitively and allows you to see, okay, to be a better tarot reader, or to even start being a tarot reader, where do I go? What do I do? The messages will come to you with discernment. And then the wisdom that you get behind that will guide you to the right choice, the right way of doing it. Then once you get into it, the experience of how you're doing it is going to continue to unlock more and more and more what you're supposed to be doing to be a better tarot reader, or to even begin being a tarot reader. That insight is the way. So that is your first key. The second key is the Diamond Key. Truth, clarity cuts through the illusion. Truth is unbreakable. Light lives in every facet. What is this one saying? My interpretation of this is that there isn't anything better than truth. If you are someone who is fearing that your tarot readings are not clear, not good enough, look for the truth behind what it is that you are finding. Look to see if eventually what you predicted for yourself or for the querent is actually coming true. That will give you the truth and thus the clarity that you are going in the right direction. If you are someone who is just starting out in tarot, start out just doing a one-day card for yourself. And then analyzing at the end of the day that card. Were things that came true for you from that card during the day. That'll give you the insight that you are on the right path, that you are doing something right, that you're getting there. And of course, realize that we are only human, right? And whatever we tell someone at that particular moment as a tarot reader may change based on the decisions, the willpower, the free will that they have of what they would like their life to be. It may change. But overall, if what you are finding and reporting to someone is coming out with a lot of truth and providing clarity in their lives, then you're winning. That is your message. That is your goal, the keys that you need to be a better tarot reader or to become the type of tarot reader that they are recommending. All right, now let's take a look at questions about what do you do with this information? Now that you know that this may be an area for you, that you are a tarot witch, what do you do with this? Well, let's see. I have different questions for your angels, my angels, your spirit guides, my spirit guides. Let's start off with what makes you this type of witch? What makes you this type of witch? Why? I'm only using a major arcana deck because the major arcanas are about archetypes, and that is what we are looking for, the archetype of you as a witch. All right. For this group, and it came out. Okay, we got two actually. Nice, we got the Sun and we got Justice. So, what makes you this type of witch? Well, you have a sunny disposition. You have a good way of being able to connect to people. You have a friendly attitude, which draws people in. You are the type of person that I like to call Miss Sunshine, because you walk into a room and you can bring a lot of sunshine and happiness and joy into a room. You also got the Justice card. You're a very fair person, extremely fair. You believe in the fair judicial system. You believe that things should be balanced. Your natural tendency to be this type of witch, this tarot type of witch, is that you will always be honest and truthworthy. You won't be the type of person as a reader who only gives positive information to the person. You will give them the good, the bad, the ugly. You will also want to find them solutions as to how to go about doing better in their lives, in the area that they're having difficulty with finding that balance. That's what makes you a natural tarot card reading witch. You carry that ability to be able to connect to people and to do a fair, honest, open tarot reading that will actually provide them with a lot of insight. Right, next question. What is your particular magic meant to help with? We already saw a couple of real reasons, but let's go a little deeper. And we got two again. Got to go with them. We got the World card and we got the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, karmic cards. I think this one is answering more of the first question. You are karmically, it is you in your path to be this. Within your readings that you give people, not only are you able to give them the cold, hard truth, the facts, and do it with a happy disposition, but you'll also be able to fulfill in your own life something that you have been destined to do with the Wheel of Fortune card and the World card. These are cyclical cards. Perhaps you have finished a part of your life where you have finished that cycle and now you are moving into something even more specific. Perhaps you're just barely dabbling into witchcraft or tarot reading. You're just barely starting. Or perhaps you have reached a level from beginner to more immediate to more intermediate, and you close that part of the cycle and you're moving on into a new one, developing ideas, trying to figure out and develop in ideas as to where to go from here, how to improve it even more. Let's see if the cards are going to be able to give you more suggestions as to how to improve it. Let's keep going. All right. So on this part right here, let's take a look at what the cards are going to say. What kind of deities support, goddesses, or what is your style, your particular style that's going to make you unique and different, and in your uniqueness, what type of support will you be utilizing? These are all suggestions, but of course. And so we come out with, let's see, the Hierophant. Let's put these here. And right off the bat with the Hierophant, what I'm getting is a teaching style and a very traditional way of being a traditional reader. You may be a very intuitive reader, as we had been addressing earlier on, and being able to look at the symbols and be able to pull information out from a card, but you're going to be doing it also as a teaching style. These are all suggestions of how you can do it. Obviously, you can do it any other way, but these are suggestions as to how it would be most supportive for you and how it would make you feel the most comfortable. And in the most comfortable way would be as a teaching style, being able to not only provide the answers to your querents, to those who are listening to your reading, but you're also able to teach them along the way. There will be messages and lessons that you provide to them, moral codes that you can pull out from the cards to give them a better understanding of not only the answer that they are seeking, yes, no, whatever, but also what they can learn through the process, what they can be doing themselves to better assist themselves in their life so that they can move along better in their path and they can learn from the experience that they are living at that moment. I'm also getting from this card, besides a very traditional way, I'm also getting a religious way. Now, of course, you don't have to follow along any kind of religious background, any religious type of style during your teachings, but you could be utilizing the support from angels, archangels, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, past loved ones, included as well. You could ask for the support, even going as far, very religious, into the teachings of Jesus Christ and also Mother Mary. It's all good as long as it is something that you wish to include within your style and you feel the most comfortable with. So that was very nice. So let's go now on to the very last question. And the very last questions is, what is it that you need to do to evolve into even a better master at your craft, at your gift? What are the areas that maybe you need a little bit of support and work with? Let's take a look at these guys and see what it shows. And we got intuition, wisdom, and we got addictions, compassions. So let me read what the intuition wisdom says. And it says, to be an even better master type tarot reader, the advice for you is honor your innate ability to see physically and trust your gut feelings. Trust your guidance and the vibrations that you feel. When you truly step into your abilities, all of your senses rush in. Look into expanding your gifts by taking classes, diary, meditating, and listening to your inner voice. So this here with your intuition wisdom, which is very interesting that this particular card came out, because from the beginning I have been saying that you're an intuitive reader. If this is where you ended up picking, please note that this is another inclination with what the card showed up, saying to trust your gut feeling when you're doing a reading, or when you simply have suspicions about something within your life. You don't have to be a tarot reader, but you should be connecting to your ability of being an empathic person and knowing that oftentimes what you suspect is actually accurate and it is true. And to utilize this trust, this gut feeling, if you're doing readings, to not second guess yourself and know, hey, you know, I think this is accurate. Even if your querent might say, I'm not resonating with this at all. You don't know if later on they will be able to call you and say, you know what, you were right. Always trust your gut. Look into all of the senses that you are very sensitive with, and just follow into that. Expand your gifts by, as they mentioned, taking additional classes and meditation to slow yourself down and to listen to that inner voice. And then when we get into the addictions, compassions here, let me read what this says. And it says, the situation is influenced by an addictive behavior that is influencing you or the persons involved. Pain and trauma are being projected. Try to see the truth of the situation by stepping outside of the chaos to create an opening for forgiveness, patience, and compassion. This tells me, as most people who are very sensitive in their own life are very sensitive about everything, including how hard they are on themselves. And often this becomes something that is a habit, an addiction of some sort, a behavior where you maybe talk down to yourself. You, any little mistake that you do, you're hard on yourself about it. And this comes oftentimes from pain and trauma from the past of what you experienced in your own life and the difficulties that you had maybe during childhood, or being involved with a particular family situation that may not have been very supportive, or may have been a little bit hard on you when you made mistakes. So in order to be a better overall witch in this particular area, and live your life to the fullest in a happier way, the cards are saying here, the energy here is, don't be so hard on yourself. And simply understand that the truth of the situation is something that you may need to step out of and get out of your head, and not be so sensitive or emotional to something. Sort of step away and give yourself time whenever you are involved in a situation that you feel like you messed up again, to give yourself time to calm yourself down, analyze things a little bit better, slow your emotions down, and then regroup and move on. This could also be that your style as well is also to help those who have addictions, or to help those with people who have a lot of shadow work that are needed in their life. And you can be someone who, because you're such an empathic person and very sensitive, you're able to connect with them as well. So last reading that we're going to do is, I would like to utilize these cards to see if there's any kind of spell work that you can quickly do to help you unstuck yourself in whatever situation you may feel right now. What are the areas that, card number 2, the air witch may need to do? What kind of spells, cards, do you recommend for them? Let's take a look to see what pops up. And we got the moon bathing card. And with the moon bathing card, I believe in the beginning I mentioned that you are very drawn to the moon. The moon is something that the moon cycles affect you pretty much, which is often seen with somebody who is a very sensitive type of soul and is very empathic. The moon bathing is simply to stand outside during a full moon and bask in the glory of it. Ask the moon during that time, whatever it is that you are yearning for, needing in your life, whatever that may be, set yourself in a state of mind where you can connect to your inner self at that moment and ask what it is that you feel that you need. Ask to the element of the moon during that time what it is that you need to find still to empower yourself and to make yourself a better person. But I'd like to read a little bit from the book, The Moon Bathing, and see what it talks about. Incidentally, I forgot to mention that if you so happen to pick this particular card reading, this particular card, you may be an air sign as well. Don't have to be, but you may be an air sign, which would make you either a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. Don't have to be, but you may have been drawn to this particular card because you are an air sign. So moon bathing. Let's see what kind of spell it recommends for moon bathing. Stay with me. Here we go, number 20. Number 20. All right. Do you love the magic of the moon? Do you realize that she loves you too? I'm getting Taurus as well. Don't know why, but I'm getting the sign Taurus at this particular moment. Some of you may have Taurus as a moon sign. The moon is mystical. Her glow is more than light. It is the essence of magic itself. In her different phases, she reveals her secrets to you throughout the seasons. Go outside and connect with her, consult her, ask her for advice, receive messages, or simply recharge in her silver light. Bathe in the moonlight and let its energy permeate your life. The moon gives birth to the power that connects us with our own femininity. Then it says to choose a clear night. I had suggested during a full moon, when the moon is visible in the sky, check the moon's face and consider what energy you need for your crystals. So each moon phase is connected to different types of energy. For example, if you go with a waning moon phase, you are possibly doing a spell where you can repel something that you do not want in your life because it is waning. Waxing is coming towards you, so when you're trying to do a spell to bring something into your life. And then, of course, full moon is the full gusto, when you're looking for the big picture, the big prize, where you are looking for an abundance of money, an abundance of love, an abundance of in all areas within your life. That would be the time to go with a moon phase. So it says each phase of the moon has its own powers. Take your stones outside where you can see the moon easily. Lay a cloth or a bowl on the ground and place your crystals on it. Establish a connection with the moon. Breathe deep and feel her energy. Visualize how her glow surrounds and penetrates the crystals. The moon's magic flows into them and charges them. Speak your intentions out loud or to yourself. Ask the moon to give your crystals the desired properties and leave them in moonlight all night long to recharge. The next morning, take the charged stones with you, Thank the moon for her energy and appreciate the connection you have built with her. Now, of course, that would mean if the moon is still out in the morning, you wouldn't be thanking the moon at that time. And I don't expect you guys to be out there and come out at the crack of dawn unless you are just somebody who enjoys the evening and sleeps during the day. And then what you could state is, moon of light, please charge these crystals with your purifying energy so that they give me strength and clarity in my magical work. Very nice. So this is just a suggestion that Spirit wanted you to have something additional to leave the reading with as a spell that you can do, and you can do it any way that you want as long as you are connecting somehow to the moon. If you feel like going out in naked, running around in your backyard to connect to the moon, that's up to you. Just make sure nobody is watching you and you don't get into trouble. So this was your reading. I sure hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. My name was Lucy B. Don't forget to subscribe and to like, make a comment. It's important, believe it or not. It allows the algorithm of YouTube to push out more videos to other people. That's all I ask. I don't sell anything here on this YouTube channel. It is just to connect with people and have people connect with me, to practice my particular magic and to educate, and would love to hear from you in the comments as well. So hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your time wherever you may be, and talk to you later. Bye-bye for now. Welcome in card 3, or the angel card, the angel group. So this is the card that you decided to pick, the one that resonated the most with you. And it's very flowy. I can now declare and let you know that this group here, this element here, is connected to the spirit element. Therefore, you were drawn to psychic energy. You have the potential to be a psychic witch or the spirit walker. What does this mean? So it means basically that the psychic witch that you are, you're able to easily see and go where a lot of people can't. Not that everyone can and only you can. It's just easier for you. You are someone who really unifies and is connected to all the elements: air, water, earth. Air, water, earth, fire, and spirit. You're able to connect and go into the unseen realms, connect with the divine easier, with other souls that have passed on loved ones, ancestors. You can easily connect with angels, deities, saints, and you're able to connect to all characteristics of all signs once you are in a mastered level. Meaning you're able to identify the one person who's a Leo versus an Aquarius versus a Virgo. Once you have mastered your gifts and you're able to connect with all the elements, you can sense the presence of deities, spirits. You are able to channel messages with hearing, seeing, touching, feeling, all the senses. You're able to feel, you are able to feel energy intensely. You operate between worlds. Sometimes you're here and sometimes you go into someplace else. The psychic witch is someone who walks with a veil that is always thinner than most people can. You have similar characteristics to the water witch, which you would have to figure out which one that is in. I'm not going to give it away on this reading right here, but you have a lot of similarities to the water witch. As the psychic witch that you are, you're also intuitive, but at a higher spiritual realm. You're able to go into these worlds, in between worlds, so to speak, a lot easier. Now, everyone, as they say, has this gift to be, say, a medium and psychic. We all carry this. It's just for those who are connected here to this particular energy of this card, it's simply easier for you. Not that anyone can, but it will be something that just comes more naturally to you. So after doing this now, I'd like to now go into asking some questions to the cards as to how you can master, improve on this magic that you carry within yourself. And so let's start off with the first question of the spread. Let's move this over here. Incidentally, as you picked this particular card, the other cards in the reading are connected more to a specific element. The people that are more resonating with those cards are connected to either being more of an air element, a fire, an earth, and so on. In your case, you can connect to all types of elements pretty easily. You're a connection of all 5 of the elements, and it makes you pretty special. So let's see. Let's ask the first question. Let's see. What makes you this kind of witch? What are your natural qualities or the energy that has placed you on this path? May I please have that information? Connecting to angels, my guardian angels, your angels, spirit, the divine. 4. Card 3, the psychic witch group. What makes this group? Ooh, we have a flipper and we have 2 flippers. Okay, so we have 2. We have the Sun and we have the Lovers. So right off the bat with the Sun, well, that's easy. You are able to connect to people with a sense of joy and a sense of happiness. Perhaps some people have said to you, when you are on your best, your best times in your life, the best moods, that you're a little ray of sunshine. You can walk in and you can carry the energy of making people happy and uplifting them. So with your psychic energy, you are able to connect to people on a very deep level. I don't know if you have ever noticed, but people draw them, you draw people towards you. They gravitate towards you. People that you hardly meet, that you hardly know, are coming up to you and are spilling the beans about their life. You are someone who opens up and listens intently and without judgment, and that allows people to feel comfortable. They may not know why they're telling you all this information, but it is because you carry that ability of all the elements to open yourself up and allow people to come towards you. You also have the psychic sense of being able to seek out those who need your advice, your support, by inherently feeling an intuition within you that that person across the room needs some support, some love, some guidance, some talking to at the particular moment. So you are a little ray of sunshine. As the little ray of sunshine that you are, you're able to bring in positive outcome to those that are around you. But with everything, sometimes having a little bit too much good in your life or too much support to other people sometimes might get in the way, and it may not be the best for you. Make sure to protect yourself, protect your psychic abilities and your energy, and always go into a quiet space, recalculate and reassess yourself when you have been giving a lot of advice to someone, or you walk into a place and you have exhausted all your energy, being someone that is very psychic and very intuitive, you need your quiet time to recoup, to gain that energy back. So be careful with that. And then we have the Lovers that wanted to very much come out. Somebody who, the quality of the energy that you have is to bring people together. You may be somebody who gives excellent advice for relationships. I may be speaking to a marriage and family counselor, therapist right here. You're able to speak to people and guide them into the appropriate choices that they should take within their life, and allowing them to see that there are choices and there are good ones and bad ones, and have them try and gravitate towards the one that will be most beneficial for them. And you do it without coercing, without pushing, in a gentle way. You have that psychic ability to be able to do that for those who are in need of your help. Also, you may be that person that others come to cry on your shoulder when they have had problems within their relationship, as you're a great advice giver as well. This particular card is very divine driven. It's very much overseen by the divine, by angels. So you are someone who can likely connect to angels pretty easily. And you have a whole giant team of angels, spirit guides, who are there to protect you. Not just one guardian angel, but several, to guide you through this process, because it's not an easy process to be able to carry this much ability within you. Very nice. Let's go on to the next question. Angels, what will this magic that the psychic group carries, what will this magic be used, how to help others? Well, just said a whole bunch already of reasons, but let's see, are there more information? Is there more information here? What else can you let me know? And let the person here listening know. And we have Judgment. As I had said, you are very connected to spirit. You are very connected to angels. Your magic is something that is there to support people, give them the ability to start over, to see in the areas of their life that perhaps they are not seeing themselves and needs a little bit of help, letting go of the decisions that maybe weren't the best for them from their path, and allowing them to understand that this is part of their journey and that they can learn from it. A huge connection to spirit, to those who have passed on. So you are someone who can, as a psychic, connect with these past loved ones to help support people who are in grave sadness of having lost somebody. You're able to hear voices, hear comments from angels, and they don't come out to you via a sound like I am right now. They are little hidden messages that come out of nowhere. If you want to know if it's coming from your own mind or is it coming from an external higher realms place, it's how it pops into your mind. It just comes into your mind, and that is the drop of a higher being giving you the information, the advice that you need, the care, pushing you into the right direction. So you have, with your mediumship abilities, that is something that you can work on and improve on, to connect to ancestors, your ancestors and loved ones that have passed, so that you can provide comfort to those that are still living. Next question. What makes you so unique from being another psychic witch? What makes you so unique? what makes you have your own personal style. And I'm working with only the major arcana cards because this is basically an archetype type of reading. And the major arcanas are very much geared towards that, towards the archetype of each person. So let's take a look at what makes you so special. This one wanted to come out, and what makes you so special is the Chariot. The power that you contain, the drive that you have, pushing forward. When for somebody else it might be harder for them to take on this role of being a psychic and are afraid of it, you keep moving forward. You keep moving forward towards bettering yourself, making yourself different than other people, trying to find that specific little niche that other people haven't found yet, because you are your own unique person. You're not somebody that just gives up and says, okay, I'm done, I've done enough. You keep trying to find ways to better yourself, to improve on yourself, to move forward. You have had some pretty trying times within your life, that is for sure. And yet you don't give up. So it's that energy, that drive, that ability to fight, 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 what makes you unique from any other person, because you are you. Your joy that you bring to people, your ability to connect with people on a level that is higher than they would ever connect with anybody else. Your ability to have that, the divine guiding you, and all your angels and your huge spiritual support team that you have, is what makes you unique, what makes you special. You don't give up, you keep going. Very beautiful. Then I'd like to go into who's helping you along the way. Who is helping you along the way? Well, I already know pretty much who is helping you along the way. We have a lot of support here from your spiritual team. But let's see if there's anybody else here, that any other information that comes out. What deities may be helping you along the way? All right, we have this one that wanted to fly out, and we have the Hermit. The Hermit. I'm getting from the Hermit here specific deities of those, such as the Dalai Lama, those who have passed on, and those who were very wise, Buddha, any particular type of teacher, people who were wise that were once walking this earth and have passed on. You seem to have a connection to a particular one. That would be somebody for you to try and find out through meditation, connection to them, but a master of some sort. Somebody who sacrificed in their life for quiet and comfort and going into isolation to be able to be more enlightened. You have a very strong master who guides you along the process, along the way, as this card wanted to come out. This is one particular support spirit who is very connected to you and who walks next to you and gives you a lot of powerful insight and helps you move forward and helps you to keep going when you feel down at your loneliest, at your most isolated moments. Those are the times that you need to reach out and figure out which particular master this could be. You could do this through meditation. And a simple meditation is to go inward, to go very quiet. Imagine yourself, for example, this is a quick meditation tool. Imagine yourself going into a very bright light, and through that bright light you can go into any type of setting. Once you go in through that bright light, where does it take it to? Where does it take you to? What country? What place? And from that bright light going into that country, that place, that foundation, that house that you may see, going into that area and walking through, and see if you can see the image of who this person is, what this person, this spirit is who used to walk the earth, what they represent to you, and ask if they can support you, continue to support you, and give you little by little ideas as to who they might be. You don't always need to have a name. They don't really care about those things, about being able to be assigned a name. You just need to remember their presence, remember the messages that they may give you, that this person may give you in your meditation, and carry it with you as satisfaction that you are assisted and supported along the way with a very high, supreme master being. Very nice. Light your way through the darkness. Let's see now what keys you need opened to connect with this path that you have taken, that has chosen you. Which one of these oracle keys that we can look at now to see how you can connect with the path that has been chosen for you. This is for the psychic group angels. What key is attached to them to help them open up their path? Have the golden key. Abundance. Abundance shines within your reach. Open the door with courage. Manifest the life that you desire. So the golden key. You get the golden key. You have the ability of making some good money doing this particular type of magic and helping others. There's nothing wrong with that. For my personal experience, my personal desires, I choose to not charge at the present time for something that I am offering people. But that doesn't mean everybody's the same. You have been given the golden key, so that's telling me that down the road, if you desire to go into something like this, tarot reading, psychic readings, meditation, connecting to other people, you will make some good money out of this. And even if it's not monetary, what we're talking about, you're going to get a beautiful sense of abundance shining within you because you feel so good about helping other people. It's going to open your heart to the point that it may burst. It's going to open the doors for you. If you have limited courage in certain areas of your life, it's going to allow you to move forward. As you are already someone who has a lot of strength and a lot of drive, as the Chariot card here was showing. But it's saying here to go for it. You already have the ability to do all of this. Don't let anything hold you back. You keep moving forward. If you're a little hesitant about thinking, well, I'm not sure if I can move forward into something like this. Who would want to pay for me? Well, then start low, start little. Start by just doing things for free, seeing if you can get a good talent, a good connection, a good following for it, and then from there you can move on. And like I said, it doesn't have to be monetary. It could be simply the joy of helping other people and the excitement and just walking away knowing that you were able to help somebody and you're being able to walk the path that you were meant to walk with and that you are mastering it. So very, very, very nice. And then the last question that I would like to ask is, what is it in your life that maybe you need to improve on, that's holding you back, maybe, from stepping forward into this full path that you need to follow, that you should follow, based on the energy that I'm reading here? What does this particular group angels, the psychic witch group, what area would they need to work on to better help master the gift, their craft, to better evolve? What is an area that they are maybe struggling with? Cards are ready. All right. And this one did not want to go in. So the area for you is taking that leap, that courage. I think I was mentioning maybe something is still holding you back. And it says you have to let go of something good to get something great. Taking the leap into the unknown can be scary, but you are being called to have faith in yourself and the universe. If you want to experience the next level of success, you cannot stay comfortable. You have to enjoy the journey. So you may be already dabbling in a little bit of this, but you're afraid to move on. I think I was mentioning that earlier, that this is an area maybe that you need to start slowly with and move up towards until you feel more comfortable to take that leap. So this is the information that is being given to me as a last little step here. I want to pull one of these cards here, and this card is going to tell me what kind of spell maybe should you be using for yourself to help you improve on the areas of what is still holding you back from moving forward, if you so choose to. Always free will, right? Always free will. So let's see here. What is the spell that they can take with them for those in this particular group, angels, those listening? This is the collective. So what is the best spell for them? Angels, please, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Are we ready, cards, yet? Are we ready? Okay, we are ready now. What is the best spell for them, please? The best spell for you is a community spell. That's not necessarily a spell. That is talking about directly to you that you should join some type of community that will help you pull you out of your shell, so to speak. Connecting with other people, such as a coven, doesn't have to be, could be an online support system, doing the things that interest you, that makes you most happy. And it, once again, doesn't have to be involved with psychic support, spiritual. It could be just joining a group of somebody with other people that have similar interests in you, that will draw you out of your shell, that will allow you to communicate more, to talk more to people, to feel more comfortable talking to other people, and even to share what you are doing, what you are trying to connect with, what you are trying to master in. Open up and let people know if you so choose to. So the community card is not necessarily a spell card, but is a suggestion to you to help you draw yourself out of taking that leap, to take that leap, drawing you out of your shell, to go for it and to communicate with other people that are like-minded and are walking the same type of path as you are, whether it's in psychic work, spirituality, your art, whatever else that you do. Connect with other people. If you're a photographer, connect with other photographers. There's so many clubs that you can join that can help you through the process of connecting to other people. You might meet other people, and that helps, and you get ideas from them, and that helps you move forward. So this was the reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I really would love for you to subscribe if you haven't, as that helps YouTube with more subscribers, push out more videos so I can help other people, so I can connect with other people, so I can practice my own craft. And I don't ask for anything. I don't sell anything. I don't have a website. I'm just here to connect with other people and cultivate and enrich my own abilities as well. And I would appreciate a like or a comment to get to know you as well. So I believe my next reading or my next video, not reading, I think I'm going to switch it up. This is a channel where I offer different kinds of spiritual work, and I believe next time I'm either going to do a short little tarot reading course on teaching, or I am going to work on some spells and show you how to do some spells. So interesting stuff coming along. My name was Lucy B. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you at the next video. Bye-bye for now. Hello and welcome in. This is for card 4, the card 4 reading. And this is the cinnamon card group. And you decided to pick this particular card. And I can now let you know that this particular card is connected to the element of fire. Did you figure it out? I chose this one as fire with the support of my spiritual team, because it represents to me goldenness as a fire or sun, which is golden to me. And cinnamon is well known for being spicy and for being a little bit on the hot side for some people, and the color as well. So you may have figured it out or not, but this is the card that you were drawn to as your fire element, and so you are a fire witch. Specifically as a fire witch, you have an inclination of doing very good work, magic, with candle magic, although this isn't the only type of magic that you can do. The fire witch, as you are, you can work with passion and great action in your spells. I happen to be a fire witch. That is not one of the only areas that I am connected to. I connect also as an air witch, so you don't have to only have one particular type of element connection and one particular type of magic within you. The fire witch is somebody who is fantastic at manifesting spells, utilizing internal willpower and working on any kind of transformation spells. Of course, working with these spells is very significant with the fire witch and beneficial to magic. You can also work with love spells, and that is very, very connected because of the passion that is connected with fire. You can also work with baneful magic to return hurt onto somebody else. And that is a very potent power that should be taken with a lot of care. It is not one that I endorse here in any way, but I do know that some witches do. Your free will is to work whichever way that you want with this particular gift that you have, but just remember that the decisions that you make can backfire on you, so be careful and proceed with caution. The fire energy for fire witches works because you command it so. So let's see what keys you need open to connect with this witch path that has chosen you. Let's work on these oracle keys here. And angels, for those who are connected to the fire witch card, what is the oracle key that they need to open up their magic? What is the oracle key that you suggest for them to use to open up their magic? The fire witch. And we have these turning around already, so the deck is done. Here we go. What is their oracle key, angels? Thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you enjoy this reading. If you do, please consider subscribing, as this allows YouTube to push out the videos to more people and therefore be able to reach more people who might be interested in this type of work for me. Now we have a bunch of cards here. I am taking the bottom one and I am taking the top one. Those are the ones that usually when they come out in a big clump are the ones that were meant to come out. So let's see, what are your key oracle cards? You have Earthgate Key, Stability, Roots, Ground your strength, Patience unlocks growth, the earth holds the key. You are someone who connects with nature as well. So you may need to find out and see if there are messages for you within that reading that may be applicable to you. It's very important for you with the potential power and passion that you have in doing your magic, that you do remember to ground yourself before proceeding. Make sure that you have a good protection spell around you before starting, that you make sure that your incantations always start with asking for protection, for the highest of your good, not to allow any negative energy, only positive energy to flow into your readings. Go outside, ground yourself, walk barefoot while you're doing your magic. Make sure that your feet are nice and firmly planted on the ground with no shoes on. Grounding yourself. A little bit of a meditation might be something that you can do. A minute just before starting any kind of spell is very important to you. So ground yourself. And then the other oracle key that you can open up and unlock is discernment. Wisdom guides choice. Experience unlocks the truth. Insight guards the way. You're a very insightful person, and you are someone that is being asked, with the power that you carry within yourself, to be very careful the type of magic that you do. Use good caution and good discernment in the type of magic that you would like to work with. You have that passion, that fire, with the fire magic as the fire element, and that can burn through things very, very, very quickly. So make sure that you are very cautious in what type of magic that you want to do, that you are protected, and that you proceed with great care in not hurting anyone, and always for the betterment of yourself and the other person involved as well. However, you are free to do whatever way that you can, but use discernment and be wise in the choices that you make when doing your magic. Very nice. Let's go on into the tarot, and let's ask the first question. What makes you this type of witch? What natural quality that you have that puts you onto this path? Let's see what it's going to say. We are using the archetypes only, of the major arcanas, to be able to get some information on the type of witch that you are, because the major arcanas are archetype cards. So it makes sense to use these. All right. What is their natural gift? The natural quality that allows them to be able to walk this path. The fire. We already know that passion is one of them, but let's see which card, which major arcana card comes out for you. I'm going to laugh if the devil comes out, because that's pure passion right there. Thank you. And we got the Magician, but of course you did. And you got the Chariot, but of course you did. Two very passionate cards. The Magician, able to manipulate whatever they want, able to use all of the elements, air, water, earth, and fire, to be able to manifest what it is that they want in their life, what spell that they are trying to do. Like I said, you have a very passionate, strong ability as a fire witch that you are, that you can manifest things really easily with your candle magic or any other kind of magic that you decide to do, but specifically for candle magic, working on abundance, working on love relationships, for example, but always, I keep saying, for the betterment of good. That is where you're going to go the furthest, when you are helping people rather than hurting anybody or trying to manipulate something into existing and happening when it is not, so to speak, in the cards for you to do. The Chariot, passion, drive, pushes you forward. We have had the Chariot come out, not this particular Chariot one, but the Chariot has come out, I think, in almost all of the readings. So far I've done 4 of them. And the Chariot seems to be very important in the type of people that are listening to these readings that I'm doing. The Chariot has the ability to push forward under very difficult situations and to take action on everything. It's also a very passionate driving force as a fire witch. So sending off that intense energy that you have to be a little careful, even in the magic that you do, that you push too much magic forward and it happens too instantaneously. You may say, I've tried candle magic already and it hasn't helped. It's a practice. And this is what we're learning here during this reading, to see what you can do to improve on it, to master it. So you have the drive, you have the passion, you have the ability. Now we need to go on and find out what else that you can do to make it more expert, more into the master level. So let's see what other question we can ask. How is this magic that you carry meant to help other people? How is your magic meant to help other people? The Hierophant. That one also came out in another group, a different total deck. You're meant to be a teacher, a traditionalist, following the type of candle magic that is very traditional, very structured. You're also meant to possibly work with religious artifacts in your process. It doesn't have to be anything very deep. It could be just working, setting up candles for archangels, your spirit guides, or going in a little bit more deeply if you have a connection to, say, Mother Mary. That could be what the Hierophant is, because the Hierophant is the traditionalist. The Hierophant is the teacher. Also, you may be able to be someone who teaches the practice of magic as well, who may down the road want to write a book about it, go into a blog of some sort. You carry that energy of being a teacher. I may be speaking to somebody here who is a teacher as well. You may be somebody here also who is involved as a marriage counselor, marriage and family counselor, some type of therapist, because the Hierophant is also connected to marriage and the higher institution of marriage and religion. And so you may be even someone who is a minister or carries that as your background. Doesn't mean that you can't be a minister, and you can also be a witch. That is becoming something that has been very secret all this time, and more people are coming out and they're saying, yes, I can be a Christian and I can be a witch too. Why not? There's no rules in any of this. That's the beauty of it. You can follow what you want, or you can decline what you don't want. So that is something that you carry that is meant to help other people. What will make your magic unique to others? Your personal style. What is your personal style? Let's see if we can find out. What is the personal style of those that are the candle witches, the fire witches? What is their own personal style? What makes them so special, so unique, different than other people? We have Justice. So you are someone who has a very fair personality to you. You don't like injustice. You think that people should be treated equally. As a fire witch, you may be someone who decides to do spells, but you may also be someone who declines certain spells that some people may want, because you feel that there is an injustice in the way that this person is going about it or acting upon it or want it. You are someone who can be very balanced and fair in your life and in your decisions, and that comes across into your readings as well, into your candle magic, into any form of practice that you may want to do with magic. Very fair and unbiased. So that makes you somebody that people are drawn to, that would like to come and get assistance from you, because they see you as somebody that they can open up to be able to provide them some sort of support, and you can be very cautious and very discreet and know how to keep secrets and how to keep the information private. So that is something that makes you unique to other people who may be doing the same type of practice. Your discretion. Next, let's try and find out what kind of support team is helping you through this process. Are there any deities that come out? Any ideas that I can pop up, that can pop up in the cards to let me know who your support is? Who you work with to provide you support through enhancing your abilities. And you have the world. Basically, you get support from everywhere. As the world is the completion of the cycles. You seem to get a lot of support from a lot of areas. You seem to pick up guidance from a lot of sources, ideas from a lot of places. You could be somebody who's very imaginative and very creative. And during those moments of your life when you are very imaginative, you're able to come up with some really interesting type of spiritual work ideas that you can utilize to help work on your techniques. Or even if you're just starting, you already have a lot of the ability within you to do it. You may have already completed your first cycle, your first circle of this whole process. You may have started a little bit and now you may be more of an intermediate type of magic worker. It may be time for you to integrate some of these thoughts and ideas that you have going on into your practice. It may be time for you to integrate utilizing other deities. You may not have tried utilizing deities that are specific to fire, such as Hecate, which is the goddess of magic, or Isis, who is the magic healing nature. Very strong, warlike type goddesses may be one that you can connect with as well to help complete your mastery skill. You may be looking into connecting to, say, Hades or Persephone if you are looking into more of Greek goddesses, more of the underground. So these are just some suggestions that you can go about looking into other kinds of support to help expand on your magic abilities as a fire witch. Now we're going to go into what areas do you need to evolve into to better master your ability, your craft, your gift. What areas might you need a little bit of work on? What holds you back into moving forward? If we can find out if there are any particular areas that are holding back this group. Let's call them the hang-ups. What are your hang-ups getting you to move forward? And I thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That would really help me to improve on this channel. I think we're going to do one more and that'll be it. Okay. All right. For the fire card group. Number 4, the fire witch group. What holds them back? Too many. So sorry. Too many. What holds them back? I'm not going to read on 5 of them, please. Let's try for 1, maybe 2 tops. What holds them back? Evidently, there's a lot of things holding you guys back. Come on. There we go. We popped out. Old wounds, old patterns, indecisions, difficulty moving forward. Has somebody before made fun of what your abilities? They make fun of your abilities to be able to do this. that you don't know what you're talking about, you're a little kooky. It says that there are old wound patterns that you carry that hold you back. It says we attract what we need to heal. Interesting, isn't it? Often we find ourselves attracting the same type of people or situations that are not the best for us. Until we choose to find the common denominator of what we need to heal and release, the cycle will continue. Go within to heal the pain, layers by layers, to find joy again. So underneath these patterns, these hurtful patterns that we carry, if you dig deeper, there's always fear. Fear. And I wish this darn thing would, there we go, would focus. Fear. Fear is underneath it. Fear is what keeps us from moving forward. Fear of the same pattern happening again, and that same fear holds you back, and before you know it, you find yourself with the same old patterns, the same old thoughts, the same old statements that you're saying over and over and over to yourself. I can't do this. I can't move it. I'm not really good at this. Where are you getting those from? Go back, back, and that'll give you some information. It's usually from somebody that was highly critical. I am no therapist, but I have lived it as well. And it's a hard pattern to break away from. And we end up attracting the same kind of people that have the same thought process, the same issues, because we can connect with them. But those are the type of people that we should try not necessarily connecting with, and finding other people that are more open, more savvy to the light than what we have already been exposed to. So what holds you back from mastering in your skill, from maybe even starting, is fear and the same old patterns that you need to learn to break away from. Follow this guidance that for some reason this card came out. It's a message to you specifically. All right, and for the very last card that I'm going to pull from this witch deck, and it's typically the cards are about spells, a spell that you can do for yourself to help you break through that particular area. Let's see what comes out. Can we find out, angels, from this deck here, a spell that this group can use to help them break away from this pattern? What would you suggest? What would you suggest? Here we go. Let's see what spell comes out for you. Magic circle. This is a protective type of spell, the magic circle spell. And that's exactly what it is. It's a magic circle that you can visualize around yourself to help protect you from these negative thoughts, negative energies that may be in your life. Particularly if you're going to begin doing a type of candle magic or any kind of spell, you should be always grounding yourself, and you should be protecting yourself to make sure that only white, pure light comes into your readings and protects you through the process. But I'd like to read from the actual book to see what the spell is all about for you and why this particular one came out. Why does Spirit feel that you need this type of protection? Sometimes we have people that are around us that appear to be our friends and appear to be so into us and so helpful, but they are actually negative and fake. And these are the people that you need to protect yourself from so that you don't gather their fakeness, their energy. Be cautious who you speak to about your personal life and the things that you are doing that is private. You don't need to let everybody know. So it has magic circle. What intention do you bring to the magic circle, and what do you want to result? What personal qualities or powers do you personally want to emphasize and strengthen? The magic of this card. Welcome to our magical circle, where you join forces and go on beyond the norm. In our circle, we weave magic and enchantment in every moment. Our thoughts connect telepathically, and our visions transcend the boundaries of reality. The sounds of our spells fills the room as we brew potions that beguile the senses and influence the future. In our cauldron, we mix the essence of all desires and shape them into something wonderful. Here, in the heart of the circle, we find strength and community. We are united in magic, connected by an invisible bond that connects us across space and time. In togetherness, we find the answers we seek and the strength to realize our dreams. Would you like to join in? There's always room in our circle for another soul looking for their place in this world. We welcome the circle of witches, where the impossible becomes possible and miracles never end. So the spell for you is open a circle of magic. Light a candle in each of the 4 directions to honor the elements and summon their energies. The east represents air. The south represents your element, fire. The west represents water, and the north represents earth. Stand in the circle and hold hands while you focus on your intention to open up the circle and unite your powers. You can hold hands by yourself, or you can openly open up your hands. You don't have to necessarily do this with somebody unless you want to. With your eyes closed, call upon whichever goddess and the god that you wish to bless you, the deity that you can be working with. Let your energies flow into the circle and visualize a glowing force field that surrounds and protects you. A magic spell woven from words of power fills the air and strengthens the magic between you and your god or goddess. The circle is now open. You enter a mystical world ready to set your intentions and make your dreams come true. So protection, protection, protection for you. And you can whisper this incantation if you choose so. With this formula from ancient times, we open the circle of eternity. Change it to I open the circle of eternity. May my magic be strong and pure in the circle of witches, eternal and strong. This is taken from the Witch Whispers group by Leilani Muser. Always give reference and credit as due process needed. All right. This was your reading. I hope you got some information from it. I really feel that if you were drawn to this particular card, you carry the strength of the Fire Witch. Fire magic, candle magic is something that is good for you. Doesn't necessarily mean that it is the only one. You just have a good inclination to utilize candle magic as your source of magic, as the Fire Witch that you are. You were gravitated to this card for some reason. And I, as I believe I mentioned, am a Fire Witch, but I am also very connected to Air Witch as well, and a little bit of the other elements as well. We can carry all of the elements within us, just some stick out more than others. So I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. My next video will likely be either on teaching tarot or will be about working some kind of spell. So I hope that you keep coming back. I try and do different readings, different styles on this channel to keep this channel interesting. And if you enjoyed it, like I said before, give me a like, subscribe, a share, and I will see you next time, my dear friend. Thank you so much for joining me. Till the next time, bye-bye for now. Welcome in Group 5, Card 5. And you had picked this particular card right here with the rock crystals. And now I can officially say that this particular card is connecting to the element of earth, the earth witch, or sometimes called the kitchen witch. So let's take a look to see what characteristics make you a kitchen witch or make you a green witch. Well, for starters, as an earth witch, you are someone that needs a lot of grounding in your life to feel well. You need nature. Nature is something that brings you back to life, allows you to heal yourself, to bring your mood up. It allows you to bring up your spirit. It allows you to have structure in your life, something that is likely very important to you. Your home is your castle. That is where you find your sanctuary, your peace, your quiet, your existence. You are the home witch, and you are very good at home protection spells as well. You're very good at ritual spells, any kind of tools, utilizing the tools of herbs and flowers, incense, dried fruits, any type of sacred space connections. You're very, very attached to animals, to nature. Animals are very drawn to you. You may use crystals and believe in crystals for healing powers. You may do well with casting ruins is another one. Connecting to other spirits via altars, connecting to your past ancestors, and working with deities that are home type of witches, such as the deity, the goddess Hestia, or the goddess Frigga, both of which are very, very connected to nature, the home, and bountifulness. As an earth witch, as I had mentioned before, you need that grounding into your physical plane. You need your anchoring is attached to a stable home. Your home, your sanctuary, is very, very much needed in your life for you to feel your best in. So now that we have been able to figure out what this particular card was for, and I had asked Spirit to help pick one that would be connected to Earth, and this one I believe suits that with the flower, with the animal to represent nature and animals. And of course the crystals are connected to this because it is something that is of nature, that it is of resources for Earth and stability, where it comes from the Earth. Crystals come from the Earth. And so as an Earth witch or a kitchen witch, you could also be very, very good at cooking as well, and making concoctions and making different kind of little herbs and brews. You might want to make essential oils. You may be comfortable making essential oils and experiment with that as well. You may be an earth type of zodiac sign as well. Don't have to be. So you may be connected to either being a Virgo, being a Capricorn, but of course Taurus, a very, very stable and earth type of zodiac sign as well. Don't have to be, but that would be so neat if you are also one of those earth zodiac signs. Additional confirmation. So I'd like to now do a spread and ask some questions and ask my guardian angels and your guardian angels to step forth here and to help me with the fifth card group, which is the Earth Witch group, and to answer some questions that I have for those who are listening, to see if you can get a better insight as to what it is to be an Earth Witch, what kind of guidance what kind of areas to look out for that you may need work on to improve on this, if you so choose to go down this path, if you so choose. And you clicked on this because there may be some sort of interest with you having some sort of witchiness, interests and possibilities working with this kind of magic. So I'm going to go ahead and start with your reading, and we're going to do the very first question, which is, what makes you this type of witch? What is the natural quality that you carry? Let's see what pops up. What is the energy, the natural quality that is guiding you towards this path, that made you even pick this particular card and be drawn to earth energy? Let's see what it shows. And I'm using this deck right here with only the major arcana cards, because we are discussing on the archetype of what type of witch you are. And the major arcanas are very, very good to help give us information on that. So here we go. Angels, please step forward and assist me in providing good information for those who are listening from the wonderful Earth Witch group. Thank you so much. Answer the first question. What is your natural gift in this? Too many, sorry. Those dropped out of my hands. Okay, this one I believe. And we have the sun. The sun has been coming out in almost every single one of these readings. So I gather from this, with the sun coming out, that obviously you have a connection to the sun. Obviously there are other elements, witch elements that I did readings on that were more connected to the moon, but in your particular case you're more connected to the sun, which is interesting. Even though you are an earth type of witch, you have a strong connection to the sun. You may be somebody who enjoys summer, who enjoys sunshine. You may be someone who is more of a day type person than of an evening type person. You may also be someone who is connected to, say, the sun archangel Michael. Michael may be a big protector within your life. Or Apollo is another god who is connected to the sun. You are someone who carries a strong, kind, cheerful disposition most of the time in your life. You try and look at things through the bright side of life most of the time. You have your moments where you will have times that you are sad, just like everybody else, but it is that spirit that you carry, that positiveness, is something that draws people to you. And it is something that gives you a natural predisposition to be a natural earth witch. That connection to the sun, the connection to the earth, the connection to the flowers that the sun needs to make them thrive. Very, very beautiful. So let's go on and ask for the next question, which for you is, what is the magic that you have? What are you doing within the magic that is meant to help people the most? What is it special about your kind of magic? What is it that you are doing within the magic that will help some people? And we got the World card, and that is basically, you are someone who is able to, with the World card that came out, to allow people to see the areas in their life that they need closure with. You are someone that maybe even through certain herbs, certain teas, connecting to people through the spirit of foods that they like, that they enjoy, to help ease their pain, to make them feel better, to help them see with the World card that there are times in their life that they are involved in a difficult time in their life and a cycle is closing up and they are opening up into something new. With the World card connects to all the elements. So you have an ability to be able to connect to different people, not just a certain type of person, but to most people, most zodiac signs as well. You help people by allowing them to also get a sense of the importance of their belonging in this world. And to see the brighter side of things when you have a friend that is struggling, or somebody that comes to you for a reading, or somebody that comes to you for some sort of help, you're able to bring harmony and importance into their life, which is also what the world is about. You allow people to be able to feel loved and to feel grateful for what they have in their life. You assist them in being able to fulfill whatever career paths that they have. If they're struggling in a certain area in their life, you help them to see what the light at the end of the tunnel can bring to them. Completing things within their existence that maybe they are afraid of moving forward and completing, and you counsel them and you talk to them and you give them ideas as to, you have a lot going on in your life. You can go ahead and move forward. You can fulfill what it is that you want and achieve and complete the projects that you started, the careers that you started, anything that you plan on doing. You are that listener, that person who is there to help the person understand how important it is to be able to complete something. So your ability in closing up with this particular question is to help people identify the efforts that they need to go through and to put it in a place that's easy for them to understand and to continue so that they can get the payoff. You may be also this for yourself as well, a great cheerleader for yourself as well. And you may be somebody who is able to start things and complete them through sheer determination for yourself. So very, very nice. Let's keep going. What is the third question for you that we would like to find out? So being a kitchen witch, a green witch, an earth witch, what makes you so special in comparison to other witches out there that are green witches? Well, we already talked about your disposition through the sun, your ability to connect to nature. But what else is it that makes you different from other kitchen witches out there? Maybe you're an excellent cook. Maybe you are a chef on the side. Maybe you are working hard towards becoming a chef. Maybe you are the type of person that somebody always goes to for recipes to make them feel good about themselves, because food is the soul to many people. Lifts up their moods, makes them feel happy. Let's see. This one wanted to come out, and we have the Magician. And of course, the Magician card coming out is telling me, once again, that you have that ability to bend all those elements, to work with all those elements. As I had said earlier that you can work with different elements of different signs as well. You connect well to all different kinds of people, all different kinds of personalities. You can get in contact with people of different moods, different styles, different walks of life, and you can hang with them. As the Magician, what makes you unique is not everybody has this ability to, say, bend things to their will. through your magic, you are able to move things and bend things and manipulate things to get to a point that is either helpful for you or helpful for somebody else. That strong presence of what the magician is all about is what you carry within yourself, that not everybody has this. See, the magician is something that represents pure willpower. Using all the power of all the elements and all the suits, he is able to transform the potential in tarot of the Fool into something that is of more power and of more desires, to have him go after his desires. That is what the magician is there for. And also, this card is saying that you have great potential to be able to work in your magic, and it is time now to step it up into your full potential without hesitation. Wherever that may be, looking for a new job, looking for a new venture, becoming more advanced in your magic, even looking for love, if this is something that you are looking for. It's time to step it up. And so what makes you stronger is you have that ability to be able to step in and to be able to wield your magic with a lot less effort than other people. And it is up to you whether you choose to go for it or not. It is up to you whether you decide to step into this power or not. But you have that uniqueness, is what the cards here are trying to tell you right now, that makes you stand above the rest. Let's see, going on to the next question. Let's see, are we able to see what kind of deities or what kind of support systems are out there that are helping you connect to your witchy gift? Let's see if anything shows up here so far. What sort of support systems or tools? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is looking at options through different angles. Some of the tools that you carry naturally for you is your ability to look at things from different perspectives and not remaining in a stagnant position without moving forward. This allows you to be able to look at things from a different angle and look at the world from a different angle, to allow yourself to change your perspectives. In being able to change your perspective and look at things from different angles, you too can carry that over into other people and talk to other people about it and have them see, let's not look at it this way, let's look at it this way. So that is a natural tool that you carry within yourself. I'm not getting particular deities or goddesses or gods that you can work with and that you have been utilizing. As an earth witch, you gravitate more towards working with herbs, working with spices, working with crystals, creating things in a kitchen type of atmosphere. Very big on incense and smoke and cleansing. Those are the main tools that you are utilizing as an earth witch. Your main focus is always to protect what you have in your life, to protect your home, your little sanctuary. Very good also with creating spells for abundance, to bring in abundance, working with spices such as cinnamon, peppermint, anise seeds. These are all your tools. Your spices, your herbs, nature, sunlight, those are all your tools. You have nature, the complete collection of all forms of nature at your disposal to provide assistance for you and your support system. So now I would like to find out, what is a key element that you need to unlock this particular gift that you have, to unlock it to a higher potential, or to even start it? What is the key ingredient that you need? And then we'll finish off with what areas may be in your life holding you back, that is keeping you from moving forward, from enhancing on your gift, from improving on your gift. So angels, with these oracle keys, please provide the oracle key that will help them open up, all the earth witches here, open up the key to better success. And we have this one that wanted to come out, and we have the key of time. The time key. Time reveals truth. Patience unlocks miracles. Cycles guard all. So the key that you need to become stronger, to move forward, is do so in time. Do so when it is the right time. Do so slowly. Do so little by little, enhancing and learning and studying. And eventually, time is going to reveal the truth, the areas that you need work in, the areas that you still need patience to continue to work in. So for you, my dear Earth Witches, is take it slowly and learn and develop the practice at a slow pace. And the time will come where you will feel that this key that is unlocking something very potential, something very strong within you, to unlock this magic that you carry within you to help you be someone who is even more powerful than you can imagine. Very nice. Let's put this one down and let's see what might be holding you back. What might be holding those in card number 5, the Earth Witch? What might be holding you back? I thank you so much for being here. I hope you are enjoying your reading. If you are, please subscribe, as this will allow YouTube to push out the videos that I produce more, and that way I can reach other people. And also, if you subscribe, you'll be able to see all the videos that I upload as soon as I do. If you consider giving me a like, if you so like what my content is, please do so. We'll do a little comment as well for me to let me know who you are. All right, let's see here. What areas for this particular group, please? Okay, and what came out is passion, ignited, and desire. Ooh, want to read into this. It says, live with passion by stripping. Hold on. Let me start again. Live with passion by stepping into what feeds your soul and gives you joy. Joy right here with the sun. When you choose to make room for this in your life, the universe responds by creating opportunities that support your soul's purpose, your soul's passion. This card is telling me to have more fun. You are the Earth Witch, So you like stability, and you like being a homebody, and you love your home, and you feel comfy, and you love being there, you know, watching Netflix or whatever you decide to do, reading a good book, curled up with your lovely little pets, your beautiful little pets. But remember to have fun also. That is what ignites your passion. And it wants you to step into your passion, not strip into your passion. Although you can strip into your passion if you so desire in the comfort of your own home. You can do whatever you want in the privacy and comfort of your own home. But this is a message to you. If you are one of the earth signs, you tend to be pretty stable driven and foundation driven, and you want to be home a lot. But also don't forget to go out and have fun and to follow the things that put a big smile on your face. The things that allow you to have that sunny disposition where people are drawn to, that come to you whenever they have a problem. You are that friend that can help them, and you can help them see the solution in what it is that they are striving for, that they are having difficulty finding. You can help them start something and work it towards until the end. Same for yourself. And you are that magician that helps manipulate and change things, and you can grow into that power where you can work with all the elements and work with all the different types of people that come into your life. People that are difficult, you are able to calm them down, and people that are uplifting and joyful, you can connect with them as well. And finally, you are that hanged man that is able to see things through different angles and to teach other people how to see things through different angles. So very, very nice. This was your reading. I have one last thing that I would like to do. And this is spell cards. And I would like to see with the spell cards for the Earth Witch group, what spells might they leave with here that might help them move into their witchiness a little bit better. Let's complete with that. All right, here we go. May I please have a spell that will be best suited for this lovely group that hopefully is still here listening. Aha! And we have Black Cat. Ooh! Very appropriate for someone who is an earth witch and connected to animals. Perhaps you have a black cat. If you do, let me know what your black cat's name is. But this may be connected to a spell. I would like to see what the spell is about the black cat. So I'm going to read it from the book to give you as much information as I possibly can. Give me 1 second. Don't go anywhere. Black cat. Okay, of course it's going to be the last one. 134. Page 134. Let's read about the black cat. I'm very curious. This one rarely comes out. Have you ever spontaneously come across a black cat? Are you ready for a wild card to appear in your life? Ooh, that sounds interesting. In the mysterious circles of witchcraft, the black cat is revered as a symbol of the connection between worlds. It stalks the shadows and holds the secrets of the universe in its amber eyes. A companion of witches, it symbolizes the intuition, deep wisdom, and secret powers that lie within us all. Its black fur is like the night itself, and in its presence we sense the magic that waits in what is hidden. The black cat is a wild card in the game of life, a sign that you have the courage to dive into the darkest and explore the unknown, which is what I was saying here. You have that uncanny ability to be able to move forward and dive into things. In its presence, you will find the strength to face all challenges and weave your own path through the veils of time. May the black cat always remind you of the wonders you can find around you if you are only willing to see with an open heart. So, for the spell, Prepare yourself and open yourself to encountering a magical black cat. Pause and listen to what it wants to tell you. So when the next time this black cat crosses your path, and please come back and tell me when it does, say words of greeting and recognition quietly or in your mind to honor its presence. Ask the black cat for guidance, wisdom, and protection on your spiritual path. Observe at what times this cat crosses your path. And whisper this: Black cat of the night, I welcome you to my space. Your wisdom and magic are known to me, and I not honor you in this hour. Or something like that you can say, whichever way you want to communicate with the black cat. But this is absolutely beautiful. I love this card right here. And as this is the very first time that it came out in my readings, it holds a very special meaning, I feel, for you. And as I was saying, some of you may have some black cats. But when this cat does cross in your path, and this cat will, it may take a very long time. Think about this reading. And if it happens fairly new, fairly coming up, come back and let me know. Guess what? A black cat just crossed my path. Don't be afraid. It is a good omen. All right. Thank you so very much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here with me. My name is Lucy B, and my next video, stay tuned for that. I'm either going to work on tarot card reading teachings, or I am going to work on different kinds of spells and show you how to do quick, easy spells for different things, abundance, love, whatever comes to my mind. And so please subscribe so that you will get notified when that happens. So until then, have a great rest of your time wherever you may be, and I'll talk to you at another time. Bye-bye for now.